Welcome back to my channel. This is your girl, Big AJ. First, I want to tell you guys what this video is about. And I hope no one gets offended. I'm only speaking facts and what I know. And so, yeah, that's what it is pretty much. But if you're new to my channel, like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And listen to the very end because it might be some very important information that you can take this away with. So I'm going to start the video out with first saying, my grandson is 15 years old. He got robbed last week while outside selling water and candy by his peers. And it really devastated him. Thank God that he's okay. Nothing happened. We did make a police report. So hopefully they'll find the kids that was involved in this useless robbery. Because that's what it was. And I say that to say that parents, you all have to do better. You have to do better raising your children. I've been working in the education field for over 20 years, 20 plus years, from infants to 12-year-olds. And I've seen a lot. And I'm blaming you, parents, because it's not the kids' fault that the directions that they're going in. I made a video maybe last year about this, something similar to this, but I think I need to revisit this conversation because a lot of you parents, the problem that I see is you don't want to be a parent. You don't want to take the time to teach your children what's right and what's wrong. A lot of times, you guys, I know you love your children as you should, but when you really love your child, you're going to teach them that it's wrong to take from others. It's better to give than to receive. Teach them how to say please, thank you. Be respectable to adults. I have kids that I've worked with, and this is true, 3-year-old, 4-year-olds that curse. They use profanity because that's what they're hearing around adults. Things like that they shouldn't be hearing because you guys sit around your kids and you talk and it's all for all, free for all, and everything goes. There's a time and place for everything. Do you know what your child is doing? Do you guys know where your child is at right now? Your teenagers, your 12-year-olds, your 11-year-olds. Do you know where they are? Do you know who are their friends? Who they associate with? Or do you let them just hang out with anybody? Anybody? Have you met those kids' parents? And I bet a lot of you guys can say no to this. If you are involved in your child's life to the point where you know the kids that they hang out with, you met those parents, leave me a comment and let me know. And if so, toodles to you. And I say that because of what happened to my grandson. If these are his peers, how did they get weapons? Who are they hanging around with that can give them a gun to use? And it's a good thing that the person that they targeted, which was my grandson, he didn't have any weapons to retaliate. Because somebody's child is going to go out here and try to do that, and they may not return home. And I know that's not something that you guys want. You have to know every move your child make, especially if he's not an adult. Period. You can't tell me you can't be around them 24/7. You can't police them. But what you can do is instill value in them. Teach them. I had a kid at a daycare center that I am currently working at as well, along with I'm on summer vacation right now, but I took on some more work and I'm working at a daycare. And when I tell you guys, a 3-year old mother come to pick him up and told this kid, come on, we about to go. She grabbed the little boy by his hand. He told his mother, get your effing hands off of me, B. Did y'all hear what I said? He said, get your effing hands off of me, B. And when I tell you, I stood back because I knew this little boy was finna be missing the little teeth that he just grew in his mouth. I knew this. But guess what she did? She called her son by his name and she said, come on, boy, ain't nobody playing with you. And she was like, I can't do nothing with him. What do you mean you can't do nothing with a 3-year-old? That's where the problem is. You don't want to do nothing with the child. And he's going to grow up to be a menace to society. Unfortunately, you're going to be looking down at him in a casket, unfortunately, because somebody is going to hurt him. And you parents, you always use this excuse. You can't do nothing with your child. But if you don't do nothing with your child, guess who's going to do something with them? Mm-hmm. Yep. The law going to do something with them. The law going to do something with them. They going to beat them. They going to get them straight. They going to scare them straight. It's not hard. It's not hard to teach your kid to be respectful. You know, I hear kids all day long using profanity. And don't tell me that's what kids going to do. No, it's not. Because if you teach your kids from the beginning, you know, if you teach them 9 times out of 10, they'll stray, you know, the right way. But if you have no concern, nothing about your kids, that's what's going to happen to them. I remember I was watching Judge Mathis. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the judge that used to come on. He said he was a little juvenile delinquent when he was growing up. And he said every time something happened in the neighborhood, he told the police, check my son, make sure he didn't do it. You know, she didn't say, not my son, because she wanted to make sure that he was on the right path. She knew that he was a juvenile. He did things. And our parents today, that's what y'all do. Y'all try to hide, you know, behind these masks and don't think your child can do no wrong, even though you know they are doing wrong. What we doing, parents? Come on. We have to raise our kids. We can't be our kids' friends. You wasn't put on this earth to be your friend, your child's friend. You know? I had another incident where, you know, and I know kids can be mean to each other. And one kid in particular is very challenging. And other kids see the things that this child does, you know. So the kid says, when it's time to pick up, bye, bad boy. Okay, that was wrong. They shouldn't have said it, but they did. And the mother response was, now that's what we not gonna do. That's not what we not gonna do. Yeah, okay. I'm looking at her like, yeah, that's what you should be doing, because your child is challenging. He's only 6 years old. He talked back to adults. He don't respect adults. He don't respect you. We got to do better, parents. We raising these young queens and these young kings. We got to be better by them. That's what they want. They want your guidance. They need structure. Kid needs structures. I know a lot of you parents want to hurry up and make your kids grow up. They're not grown. They're babies. They're looking for direction. And you're failing them. You're failing your child. When I was a kid, not when I was a kid, but when my kids was kids, my husband and I would never let our children spend a night over nobody's house. We don't know these people. We don't know what kind of house they keep. We don't know who coming in and out of their house. We didn't allow that. We didn't allow our children just go outside and be outside all day and not knowing where they are. We didn't do that, but I see that happening today. So many kids is out here unsupervised. Parents, it's summertime. It's a lot of things that you can do with your kids. Preschool up into age 12, 13, they have a whole lot of programs. You can go to the library. The library is free. They have Chromebooks, computers. They have activities. They give out free lunch. Sometimes at some libraries, they even give out the free breakfast. The museums, all summer long. Museum, art museum, free. Activities that you can take your children. The zoo, which always been something. Mondays is zoo day. Take your children to the zoo. Let them learn about the animals. Take them to the theater. Let them explore life with you, not pushing them off on me or someone else. Teach your children before you lose them. Teach them. Check them book bags before they go to school. See what kind of clothes they have on. Talk to them about obeying the law, the schools. So you guys want to take your children, y'all take these kids and you send them to school and you leave everything up to the educators. It's not our responsibility to teach your children to be respectful. It's not our responsibility to teach your children manners. We're not here to teach your children how to behave. Those are the things that's supposed to start at home, from infancy, parents. And then when the teacher or the educators try to converse with you about your child's behavior, you parents get offended. Y'all take up for the kids. You don't believe half of the stuff the teacher's saying, as if teachers are taking the day or taking the time out of their life to teach your children to come to you with a lot of lies. I'm going to just tell Miss Johnson that her son is X, Y, and Z, and he's not doing this, and that just because I just want to have a conversation with you. You parents need to start being more on team help a child than team not my child, if that makes sense. Seriously, where is your child at right now? Not your infant or your toddler or your kindergartner. Where is your 12-year-old? Where's your 13-year-old? Where are they? Are they in a summer camp? Are they with the other parent if they're not in a two-family household? Do you know where your child is? Because the other day, somebody didn't know where their children were. Because their children was out robbing my grandson with a gun, taking his hard-earned money that he worked for, standing outside, selling water, selling candy like his father taught him. Try to be a hustler because he's too young to really get a job. So hustle and try to make some money, do something positive so you can have money in your pocket and buy the things that you need. A little candy or whatever it is, because you can't get much with, I don't know how much money, but whatever it is he want. That's what he was doing. And that's what we need to teach our children, our teenagers. If you want something out here in life, it's nothing going to come to you for free. Nothing is coming to you for free. Don't go out here and don't go out here thinking you can take some from somebody with no repercussion, because there's consequences for your actions. And I don't want to see anybody, let alone a young child, lose his life because you, parents, are not teaching your children what's right from wrong. Seriously, where's your child? What is your child doing for the summer? Is your child in any programs? If not, put them in some. Teach them how to swim if they don't know how to swim. Take them to learn how to play an instrument. These are the things that you can be doing with your children this summer so they can stay safe and return to school in September with positive attitude, a growth mindset, ready to learn. That's what I want from you. That's exactly what I want from you. Stop passing the buck. Stop trying to be your children's friend, and be a parent. Because a lot of you parents out here really need to get y'all behinds whooped. Y'all do. Y'all need to get your behinds whooped. Especially with these young boys out here. I know a lot of guys, maybe the father is not in the household. That's no excuse. I don't want to hear I can't raise a boy. Yes, you can. He have uncles. He have cousins. You know other men that could step into the child's life and try to be a role model for him. And if not, you know what I'm saying? That's fine. But you can do it because you know what's right from wrong. So again, my message today is, do you know where your child is? Do you know who your children's friends are? Are you teaching your children right from wrong? Are you teaching your children to respect authority? If those are the things that you're not doing, please, you have all summer. Start something new. Work with your children. Be there for your children. They want you. They need structure and guidance. And if you stay here to the end, that was the message that I wanted to convey to you. I thank you, and I'll talk to you on the next video. Enjoy your summer.